Hello everyone. Today I'm making this video on what we call the red flags in residency application. First of all, I would like to say that I don't like this word because I think it's dehumanizing. Um, there are always deficiencies and strength in your application, but I'm just using the word because everyone uses it. Uh, in my personal opinion, I would say that the absolute red flag or the real red flag, in my personal opinion, is only one. That is an attempt in any of the USMLE exams. And we are talking about both AMGs, including MGs, DOs, IMGs, US and non-US IMGs. So attempt is a red flag for everyone. Now, there are different impacts of attempts for IMGs and AMGs. Let's talk a little bit about USMLE Step 1. If you have an attempt in USMLE Step 1, uh, I think that at this point, the potential negative impact on your application would be a little less because they have just made USMLE Step 1 pass fail. So the next time you retake it, try to retake it when you have done comprehensive preparation so that you can pass it. And most of the time, they would not consider step one as a major determinant in giving interview calls. So, but still, an attempt is an attempt. Sometimes one of the filters they have is an attempt that can be in any exam, but we are just talking about the relative things. An attempt in CK, I think, right now holds the most impact in your CV because CK is the only objective measure for especially for IMGs right now because for AMGs they have MSP, their letter of recommendations carry more weightage, but for IMGs CK would be the main objective measure. So an attempt in CK is a huge thing. Step three, what I would say is there's a long debate about step three, when to take, whether to take or not. But for IMGs, if they take it and they pass it, I think it's a huge plus. Uh, what I would say is that if your preparation of step three is not up to the mark, don't take it because if you fail it, then it can become kind of a red flag in your CV. The potential advantage of having step three does not outweigh failing step three. So that is very, very important. Uh, some other potential red flags are year of graduation, more than 5 years, even some would say more than 3 years. Uh, Another thing which not a lot of people talk about, that even if your year of graduation is 2 3 years and during that time you have not been clinically active, you may be sitting at home preparing for exams or doing anything else, so that would also be considered a red flag to some, that you haven't been doing any clinical or research work. uh, so in my personal opinion, these are the main red flags. There's another thing which again, some would agree, some would not. Requiring visa is kind of red flag for some people. Again, people may not agree. I'm someone who has faced a lot of visa difficulties. I know many who have and many who continue to do so. So it's not like an absolute thing, but if there are two applicants with similar scores, similar year of graduation, similar CV, one who does not require a visa would more likely to be preferred over one who requires visa. Uh, Quickly, we will talk about what we can do for red flags. Any red flag, especially the attempts, try to clear that exam if it's step one. Try to clear it. Don't rush into it. I think these days NBME, I'm not like 100% sure, but I think what they have done is they have come out with an algorithm that if you fail step one by a big margin, then they may not allow you to take the exam right away, which is in a way is good. So try to pass it, but prepare thoroughly because one red flag may be a red attempt, but two red flag is considered like a double triple red flag. Uh, CK. If you fail CK, of course, the aim would be again to pass it. But for CK, the aim should be that if you fail it, then if you should try to pass it with good scores. if you can go above 240, 250. So yeah, so the passing would be the very minimum, but if you can get good scores in sequence step 3, that would be helpful. What are some other things that you can do to strengthen your CV if you have an attempt and even if you have passed it? Of course, for IMGs, I think the most important thing would be that a lot of people ask me question, we have attempt at one or more than one, can we match? The answer is absolutely. Is it easy? No, absolutely not. So it's not easy, but you can still match. So ideally, if you have some research background and if you can get a postdoc research fellowship, that is very, very helpful because then it shows determination, persistence, and of course, doing a postdoc research fellowship also opens door for green card, and then you make connections. The other thing would be a hands-on externship if you can get. That is also something that can really help, especially an externship or even an observership at a place that offers residency. That is very important because if you rotate with residents, faculty, program director, they see you working, they see your dedication and hard work, they may overlook the attempt. So, and last but not the least, if you have a red flag and you have tried many things to overcome that, uh, networking goes a long way. And then you also have to work very, very careful that there should be no mistake on your CV, your ERAS picture should be good. That if you have a red flag, then you don't have a lot of margins in making other mistakes. So that is very important point that I wanted to share with you because a lot of people ask me and similar people like me that what are red flags, how we can overcome that, and can we match with a red flag? So yes, you can match. Thank you.